What's up everybody, John from Old Running Farm here. Thanks for joining us. In today's video, got big plans to talk about. I'm also extremely tired. Catherine and I ventured out into the real world yesterday, and we actually saw one of our favorite comedians in concert, Brian Regan. He was pretty funny. It was the first time I'd ever been to a comedy show, and we were unable to go to sleep by 8:30 like we usually do, so I got home like 11 o'clock. And then Pepper did not sleep very well, so I did not sleep very well, and so I'm just kind of tired. But anyway, so I'm going to take you on a walk down here. So we had one predator come in and ruin everything for us down here. Down here, I'm walking towards the chicken village. Also, look how green this grass is. So nice. Coming along. Sorry I'm not so vivacious today. I'm so tired. Here we are at the Peacock house. We had 3 peacocks. We had 4. We had 1 boy, so we had actually 1 peacock, 2 peahens. I can't even remember now. I think we had 3 peahens, and there was one time we came in here and there was just a dead peahen, which was extremely sad because we really liked them. They were a lot of fun. They were cool. And, you know, I really liked this enclosure. This was a cool enclosure that we built. And so it was sad to see it fail. And what it was, so this big tree right on the other side of our house here had the netting going around it. And it looks like, so it was a raccoon had pulled the netting away from the tree and gone in there. All the chicken wire was fine because we have welded wire going under. And, you know, we had thought that if we had, you know, peacocks are big. Oh, God, they were so much fun, too. They would literally honk. They would make noises, and it would just be like, honk. It was, so they would literally say, honk. It was the best. But so anyway, so one time we came in, and there was a dead peahen. We were very sad. And then there was another time we came out, and we saw the frickin' raccoon in the tree, and everybody was dead except for 1 peahen. So, what we're gonna do over here, so again, that was very sad. That raccoon was dispatched. Because again, like, so we're good, you know, we understand that when you're in nature, and obviously we're in the woods here, with the exception of the building development next door. But, we understand that when you're in nature and you bring animals, you know, into nature, there can be a nature tax. But we just weren't expecting that to happen because our peacocks, you know, they're big. And we just weren't expecting that to happen. But anyway, so what we've decided is we're going to turn this into an extension of the chicken village. So currently there's just this one door into here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to add a chicken coop right down there. And so first, what we'll also do is we'll take down this pole and we'll take down the house from there. And so we'll add probably, based on what I'm looking at least 2, probably 3 chicken coops. So we'll run a wall from somewhere, maybe right there, to the other side. So we'll have a nice big long stretch, and then we'll have a nice big coop over there, a nice big coop next to it, and probably a 3rd coop next to it over there. With the idea being that now this will sort of be an extension of the chicken village. And so we'll take down this pole, and we'll probably hand dig some posts to put in there just for like general support. And we'll use the same thing, and we'll go across with the lines to keep the netting up there. So we'll then have 3 coops, and these will be, you know, real nice big coops. Because we have a lot of big chickens now. And we also have like our F2 olive eggers. Oh, let me, I'm not sure if I showed you guys yet. Let me see if I can grab one of their eggs. So this is the result of like a year's worth of breeding programs. All right, so, and I'm not sure how well this is gonna come across on screen, but this is a nice moss egg. And so that comes from what are called our F2 olive eggers, or basically our second generation. So those are the first generation olive eggers. We had a black copper Moran rooster, and then we had two breeds of hens bred back to him. So we had cream leg bars and black Americanas. And so both of those breeds lay a nice bright blue egg. And so then their offspring lay olive eggs. The babies of the black copper Moran rooster and the cream leg bars black Americanas, that's your F1 olive egger. And so those chickens, the babies, the F1s, lay olive colored eggs. So if you take those olive eggers and you breed them back to a black copper Moran rooster, that's how you get these nice dark, I guess this is moss, I forget what they call it, but it's a nice dark egg. Very cool. That's sort of, the goal of what we were going for, so that's always good. Anywho, so we have a bunch of like big chickens. And so the olive eggers are full-size breeds, and now we have, the F2s. And, we're trying to figure out a way where we could keep them all together. And so we were talking about, taking one of the walls down in the chicken village and adding them in there. But I think this way, if we create these new coops and new runs, there's going to be plenty of space. I think we'll build coops that are basically double the size of what they are now, maybe even a little bit bigger. And, we'll go from there. So our only constraint is really going to be the wood that we mill, because, previously it was store-bought lumber, so we were trying to be as, space and cost efficient as possible. And we can go a little bit bigger this time without needing to worry about incurring a lot of lumber costs. It'll really just be labor, because I have plenty of logs. Okay, so now back to the topic at hand, which is peacocks. So what are we gonna do? Raccoon ruined everything, killed, all but one of our peacocks. We named our peacocks affectionately after the lawyer who's handled all of our real estate transactions. So it was Gary and 3 Nancys. And so we had 1 Nancy left, and we gave Nancy to a friend of ours back in the town we used to live in, because she had a peacock. And she works from home, and she has a ton of animals, and she has horses and like livestock guardian dogs. So it was definitely a safe place for her to live. And so that was, gosh, that must have been like 1.5 years ago by now. And so Nancy and her new peacock friend actually hatched out some eggs. So we found out pretty early on, and we got the names picked for this. So it's Aspen is the girl and Cooper's the boy for our little baby alpacas. They're running around. So anyway, our friend, one of the understandings that we had when we gave her Nancy was that, if they ever hatch out any chicks, because we didn't give her any cost. She was doing us a favor by taking in Nancy. But, if they ever got any chicks, maybe we would take them. So now that they have chicks, we are gonna take them. And we have a plan. It's a little bit of a mess over here because we haven't really done anything with this. But so we've been allowing the girls over here to eat this grass because they've been over in the other pasture for a long time, and we wanted to give that some time to rest. And we were supposed to get like 6 inches of rain this week, and we've gotten like really not that much at all. So I was hoping we take them off that grass, put them over here where we have, some grass over there, and then give that other pasture a chance to grow. Anyway, we're gonna use this barn because in this barn, we have 2 lofts on either side, unlike our other barns, which are basically just run-ins. And this is all really well sealed up. So we give them a loft to sleep in. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna build 2 big doors to close this off. And what our plan is we're gonna keep them in here because I think we're either gonna get 2 or 3. I'm not sure if they're boys or girls. We'll have to see. They're still a little bit young, but so we'll keep them in here for probably 2 weeks. We'll get them food, we'll get them water in here. And then once that 2 weeks is up, we'll start letting them out in the morning. And we're hoping that they will just be, our property peacocks. Because there's a lot of places around us that just have peacocks that free range. Kate's peacocks free range. So our thought process is, we'll give them a place that they can really call home. It'll be secure. So hopefully every night they will go into their barn and we can lock it up. Because one of the problematic things was that we were trying to come up with a way that we could put the peacocks away at night. And basically using the peacock house from down there wasn't going to give us a good enough option to do that. It's just too big of a space. They didn't want to go in the house. So we're hoping that if we start fresh, we start new, and we keep these guys in here for 2 weeks, that'll be enough time to get them acclimated to it, to get them to see it as home. And then hopefully, the other thought is when we had them in the pen down there, they didn't really have an option to escape. Evasive maneuvers, and you're limited to evasive maneuvers when you're stuck inside of a pen. So we're sort of thinking, we create that as a home base for them. Hopefully they go there every night. Maybe we start feeding them only at night and, they go in there, yada, yada. And then while they're out and about during the day, if there's something that's going to try to get them during the day, they have, plenty of space to fly around. There's plenty of trees to fly up in over here. And there's also the alpacas over here, because the other thing that I thought about was we have not had any issues with the chicken village, thankfully. At least part of that is due to the fact that on one side we have, 6 boy alpacas, and on the other side we have 4 big emus. If you're a raccoon and you're gonna attack anything, you're gonna attack the peacocks that are by themselves. You're not gonna try to tussle with 6 alpacas and 4 emus on either side of the chickens, however easy prey chickens are gonna be. So I think being near the alpacas will be good. I think having a nice home base for them will be important. Something that we, give them so that they know it's home. That's our plan. Like I said, a lot of places around us, free range peacocks, and hopefully doing that, they'll actually be safer than when they were in the pen. But I'd be interested to see what you guys think. So let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.